morning children. Today we are going to discuss the water chapter, water a precious resources. Okay, previous class we all learned what is meant by water and where it comes from. These all the things are discussed. Now today we are going to discuss the water cycle and groundwater as an important source of water, and one more thing, depletion of water table and water management, distribution of water. These all the things today we are going to discuss. Okay, now in previous class we all have learned about that water is very important thing. Water is one of the most precious that earth provide to living organisms. It is used the modern age, and also we use it for drinking and other domestic needs, industrial, transportation, power production, water disposal. These all the things we are going to use the water. Next, distribution of water on earth. About three-fourths of earth's surface is covered by water, but most of the water is available salty water like ocean, seas. The fresh water is small fraction of total water on the earth. And also do this one activity, and total water on the earth is bucket full of water. Glass of water is indicated groundwater. 1/4 spoon of water is indicated lakes, rivers of the world. Now these all the things you all have learned. And fresh water, mug of water is indicated the fresh water. And next we are discussed states of water. States of water means there are having three types of states: solid, liquid, gas. Okay children, solid states means it is the example of ice. Liquid means water. Gas means vapor. Okay, now the three states of the water also we all are learned. Next, water cycle. Water cycle also I think previous class I tell changes, like water cycle means what are the things are there, and water is very important for plants to carry out many activities. What is the first one? Help in germination of the seeds for plants. Next one, help plant cell to keep the shape. Cool plants through the process of transportation. And water from river, lakes, ponds or oceans. These all the things are source of water. Okay. Next, the water cycle. See this part. See the picture of the water cycle. First thing, evaporation. Evaporation means change of water into water vapor is called evaporation. Change of water into water vapor is called evaporation. Next, condensation. Change of water vapor into water drops is called condensation. Change of water vapor into water drops called condensation. Third one, precipitation. What is that? Precipitation. Water stored in clouds reach the ground in the form of rain. That is known as precipitation. Okay, the first thing, evaporation. Evaporation means change of water into water vapor is called evaporation. And what are the character of the evaporation means water vapor rise up with warm water, warm air. The water will be rise up with warm air. Water vapor to form tiny droplet of liquid. The water vapor is to form tiny droplet of liquid. Next one, change of water vapor into water drops is called condensation. Okay, the next part is condensation. Condensation means change of water vapor into water drops is called condensation. To sky as the water vapor, and from sky to earth as rain is called water cycle. What is meant by the water cycle? To sky as water vapor, and from sky to earth as rain is called water cycle. Beginning of the to sky and end of the rain to ground, that is known as the water cycle. Okay, what is meant by the precipitation? Precipitation means water stored in cloud reach the ground in form of rain. It is form of rain. It is known as precipitation. Okay, children. First of all, what is meant by water cycle? To sky as water vapor and from sky to earth as rain is called water cycle. Its beginning stage of the sky up to end of the ground. The process in between the process will be happen. That is known as the water cycle. There are three main category: water vapor, evaporation, condensation, precipitation. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation. There are three main things. The first one is evaporation. Evaporation means change of water into water vapor is called evaporation. Second one, change of water vapor into water drops. It is known as condensation. Third one is precipitation. Water stored in clouds reach the ground into form of rain. The water stored in clouds reach the ground into form of rain. It is known as the precipitation. Next we are going to discuss the groundwater as an important source of water. Okay children, now we dig a hole in the ground near the water body. We may find that the soil is moisture. The moisture is in the soil indicate the presence of water underground. If we dig deeper and deeper, we would reach a level where all the space between particles of the soil and gap between rocks are filled with water. The upper level of the layer is called water table. Okay, this upper part of the upper level of the layer is called water table. The water table varies from place to place and it may even change at the given places. The water table may be depth of less than meter and may be several meter below the ground. It is the level of the water, table water. Okay, the water found below the water table is called water, groundwater. The rain, next we are going to discuss the infiltration. Infiltration means the rainwater and water from other sources such as river, pond seep through the soil and fill the empty spaces and cracks deep below the ground. The process of seeping of water into the ground, it is called infiltration. Now it is called the infiltration. Water table means upper level of this layer is called water table. Next stage, infiltration. Infiltration means the process of seeping of water into the ground. The process of seeping of water into the ground is called infiltration. Okay children, now next we are going to discuss aquifer. The groundwater thus get recharged by the process. At place the groundwater is stored between layer of hard rock below the water table is called known as aquifer. The water in aquifer can be usually pumped out with aquifer can be usually pumped. It is the pumped means hand pump. It is example of hand
water
pump
cycle.
Okay, while using the aquifer water.
How to form? We all know this. The water
Okay,
on
next
the
we are
earth
going to
has been
discuss the
maintaining
depletion of
for
water
millions
table.
of years by various
Now, what are
processes
the
which
drawback
make the
of the water
cycle.
waters and how to shortage of the water and what is the problem are created? These all the things are discussed the depletion of water table. Depletion of water table, the water draw from under the ground get restored by seepage of rainwater. The water table does not get affected as long as we draw as much water as in replacement by natural process. It is the natural process of the rainwater. Rainwater going through the underground. The underground water will be going through the ocean. The ocean will be going for the evaporation of the water. The evaporation again will come back the rain. That is the process. This is the natural process. However, Water table may go down if the water is not sufficiently replenishment. This may happen due to many reasons: increasing in population, industrials and agriculture activities are some common factors affecting the water table. See, the rainfall is another factor. It may be deplete the water table. Yet another factor affecting water table could be deforestation or decreasing in effect area of seepage of water. These processes are going in the rainwater shortage. Now first we can see the increasing population. Increasing population create demand for construction of the houses, shop, office, roads. These decrease the open area like park or playground. In this turn, decreasing the playgrounds, the seepage of rainwater into ground. What would consume this? See the part of this. You all are know the Chennai. Chennai area is some previous 2 months before, the Chennai area full of the flood. Is it correct? So that is a problem. Increasing the population, the lot of buildings, the lot of companies are formed in this water area. It will be float. Okay, this is the main reason. And another, moreover, the huge amount of water required for construction work, often groundwater also use the purpose. So on one hand we are consuming more groundwater, and no another we are allowing lesser water to seep in the ground. That is depletion of the water table. In fact, the water table in some part, many cities have gone done the elementary low level. So the groundwater will be going through the low level, because the highly you are taking the groundwater means it will be level of the groundwater will be decreasing. Okay, children. Next we are going to discuss the increasing industrials. Industrial means water is used by all the industrials. Almost even everything that we use need water somewhere in the production process. The number of the individuals, the increasing continuously, the water used by most of the industrial drawn from the groundwater. It is the main reason for the decreasing the groundwater. And give the activity 16.4, the name some industrial familiar to you. Make the list of the product of obtained from this and use in your daily life. Discuss these all the things that discuss into the school. Okay, just know the industrial names only. Next we are going to discuss the agriculture activity. Agriculture activity is a majority of the farmers in India depend upon the rain for irrigating their crops. Irrigation systems such a canal or they only in the few places. Even these systems may suffer from lack of water due to the erratic rainfall. Therefore, the farmers have to use the groundwater for irrigation. Population pressure on the agriculture force, increasing use of groundwater day by
The
day.
change of water
So
vapor
that is the
into
depletion
water
of
drops.
water
Change
table.
of the water
Okay,
vapor
children.
into water
Now we all are
drops.
understand what is the depletion of the water table. First of all, increasing the population, increasing the industrial, agriculture activity. These all the things are depletion of the water table. These person will be depend on groundwater. Next we are going to discuss the distribution of water. Distribution of water is globe is quite uneven due to the number of the factories. So the some places have good amount of rain and even water rich, and another hand the desert have scanty rainfall. These happen in the surrounding. So India is the vast country. The rainfall is not the same everywhere. Some regions have excessive rains, while some other have little rainfall. So these all the things are coming through the water rainfall. Next, the water management. Next we are going to see the water management. Next we are going to discuss the water management. Okay, now see this part. When the civil authorities supply water through the pipes and not in all, many reach the destination. See this map. So this give the mention the rainfall in centimeter belong to the box. Above 400 means it is a heavy rainfall. 200 to 400, that is indicated the colors also. You can easily find out the what are the places are heavy rainfall, what are the places are less rainfall. It will be indicated easily, and go through the map and what are the things are there in the map. Okay, now next we are going to discuss the mismanagement or wastage of may take place at level of the individual also. All of us, knowing or unknowing the wastewater while brushing the teeth, shaving, bathing, washing, during many other activity, leaking taps, another source of huge water wastage. We waste water as though we do not need water the next time. We have seen the most of water that we get a rainfall just flow away. It is the waste of precious manual natural resources. The rainwater can be used to recharge the ground. This is referred the water harvesting or rainwater harvesting. Okay. Now this part also given. And one more thing, this case studies are there. The case study, read the case study and you try to understand this case study and explain this part. Now the last part we are going to discuss the what roles you can play. Next thing, water table. Water table means the process of water seeping in the ground is called infiltration. It is a muddy with the water. The muddy water is present. So it is known as water table. It's the layer of the upper part in your earth. The layer of the upper part, the process of water seeping into the ground is known as infiltration. Okay, those two categories are aquifer, infiltration, water table. Water tables means it is the particle of the soil and the gap between rocks are filled with water. That is upper layer of the water table. Next one is infiltration means the process of water seeping into ground is called infiltration. So aquifer means the groundwater is stored between layer of the hard rocks below the water table is known as aquifer. So we all know this, what is mean by water table, infiltration, aquifer. Okay, now this part will be over, this section will be over. Next class we all discuss the depletion of the water table. Okay children, next we are going to discuss the last part, what role you can play. Have you ever considered if you saw the tap leakage in your home, school or any other places? Leaking taps waste of lot of water. You must make effort to stop this leakage. There are number of ways you can adopt the minimum of wastage of water. Let's up behind. You have give a few examples. Now water wise habit. Water wise habit has two types. One of this turn off tap while brushing, and another one is mop the floor instead of washing. Okay, this activities you can follow means it will be store the water. It will be stored in the it will be safe of the water. Effect of water secretary on plants. So we can using ultimate the technology while using the irrigation part. It will be inside the pipe in the ground. It will be flowing the water. It easy to manage them. These all the things are used in the Water irrigation.